Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another baby name video, and I thought I wanted to do something with my hands while I talked. So I'm gonna fold some laundry and do a little laundry baby name video chat, because who doesn't love a good baby name video? I mean, I'm obsessed with baby names. And so I am pregnant with my third baby. She is due the first week of January. She's measuring XXL. We love a good big baby. So I am, at the time of filming this, almost 21 weeks pregnant. So we have known gender for about 2 months. We have had our name solidified for about 6 weeks, and we are very confident with this name. This name is not going to change. So I am in confidence that this name is not going to change. Gonna share every single baby name that I have in my list, that I even, some highly considered, others like I just think are cute, but probably didn't actually consider. But I just want to take you along the baby name journey, because now that this is our last baby, I mean, all of the names that I love that are on this list will never be used in my family. And so I wanted to share them. I wanted to give you the tea. So here we are, and I'm gonna spill the tea on all the baby names that I love. So let's just hop right in. I will start with all the girl names. Considering we're having a girl, I'm gonna share them. So first one is Oakley. This was on my list, has been for a really long time, and then I took it off because it was one that my husband didn't love, but it was one that, like, prior to meeting him, I really liked. I saw one influencer with their kid's name Oakley, and I just thought that's really cute. And also, like, the kid was cute, and I think that sometimes can influence if you think a name is cute, whether the kid named that is cute, you know? No shame. And so we would never use it, but I do think it's cute. There's just something about it. Oakley. I think it's cute. The next one, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm actually sharing this. This was a high contender for this baby. High contender for this baby. And that is Magnolia. I am obsessed with this name. It is so stinking cute. I had 2 downfalls about it. One, you know, everybody loves to shorten names, and everybody loves to have a nickname for their baby, or somebody else sharing a nickname for your baby. And I just am not a huge fan of Maggie. I'm just not a huge fan of that name. No offense if you are named Maggie. I just don't really like it. And so having the name Magnolia, I thought, okay, well, what is the nickname? It's gonna be Maggie. You know, if I'm using it or if someone else is using it, it's gonna be Maggie or like Megs or something. I just don't really love that. But the main reason we are not using it is because it's so stinking long. So all of our other babies and everyone in our family, all of our names are 2 syllables. We have Tia and Trevor, both 2 syllables. Our kids, Hudson, Lainey, and then our son that we lost, Shepherd. All of these are 2 syllables. And so I was like, you know, if we are having all 2 syllable names and then throwing in Magnolia, 4 syllables, we can't do it. But I loved it. I loved Magnolia. I think it's so pretty in how it looks. It's so feminine, but it's just such a stinking long name that I was like, you know, I don't think I can do it. Okay, the next name also, this was literally the name we were gonna use for this baby up until like 2 months ago. And that is the name Sunny. I really think it's cute. I do. Ultimately, it just came down to the 2 names that we had, and that's the one that had to get cut. That's the one that it ended up not being. But I think that's cute. I do think it's like a little bit more on the trendy side right now, and I do think it's, my big hesitant with this name was just that it is kind of cutesy, and I feel like all the people who name their babies names that are really cute when they're little, a lot of times if you think about an adult being named that, it's a little bit harder to picture. Like, let's say this, like, a 40-year-old named Sunny. I'm kind of like, that just, it sounds super cute when they're little, and when they're old, like a little grandma named Sunny is pretty adorable. But not a 30-year-old woman with kids named Sunny. Like, Again, no offense. I just personally think that that's like a little bit too on the cutesy side for a name for an adult, you know, because babies do grow into adults, you know, they do need this name for the rest of their life. We forget that sometimes. Okay, my next two names I have shared before on previous baby name video, so I will go through these quickly. They rhyme, so they're kind of just clumped together, and that is Dolly and Molly. So my husband says he does not like either of these because Dolly, he says, well, everything country is so popular right now, everyone's gonna think Dolly Parton. And I used to have a dog named Dolly when I grew up, so like, it is kind of a dog name. So, Dolly, and then he says Molly, that's a slang word for a drug. And so he's like, that's all that I'm gonna think if I hear Molly. So he was like, but I like both. I do genuinely like both Dolly and Molly, but they're both a no for us. The next name is Finley. I don't even know if this is supposed to be a boy or a girl name. I put it in the girl list, but the more that I look at it and like say it, the more I'm like, do we think this is supposed to be a boy name? I don't know. But again, not my favorite anymore, but in the time, like it was something where I was like, no, I do actually really think that's cute. But now that we've more solidified our style of names, it doesn't necessarily flow, but the next one is Lucy. This is my husband's basically favorite baby girl name that we have not used and will not use. I know too many Lucys. I also think it's a little bit too common, but my husband just loves Chronicles of Narnia, and this name is in Chronicles of Narnia, and he just really likes that. So he really likes Lucy, but I am the one that is like, nah, no thanks. The next name is Piper. I do think this is cute. I don't think I'd ever actually bite the bullet and name a kid Piper, but I do think it's cute. Next one's Harper. Now, I was a teacher for a few years, so I did have at least one Harper in my class. She was so sweet. I think it's like a little bit too common for my like loving, but I do think it is a cute, solid name that like people are gonna be able to spell, people are gonna be able to pronounce. That's not too out there. Okay, we have two more girl names and then we'll move on to boy names. The next girl name is Kinsley, but not spelled with no E-I-G-H. I'm sorry if your parents named you something with an E-I-G-H at the end, but it is the trendy way to just change any single name that ends in the E sound with an E-I-G-H. That is not the vibe. That is just a trend right now, and honestly, it just makes names so complicated. This is Kinsley, just K-I-N-S-L-E-Y. I think it's cute. My phone doesn't think it's a name because they think it's not spelled right, but I do think that's cute. Just don't think I'd ever actually do it, name it, write it on a birth certificate, but I do think it's cute. Okay, the last one is a middle name, and that is Jean. In thinking about middle names can be kind of hard. And with this baby especially, I needed like a good one syllable name, middle name. And Jean just kept sounding good with so many names. Jean as a first name, I'm not a huge fan. It sounds like a middle-aged mom named Jean. But Jean as a middle name, it flows with a lot of first names like Joy, Jean. I don't know, just like the J middle names just kind of hit. They just kind of hit different. So those are the girl names. Let's move on to boy names. Okay, now for boy, I am gonna be honest. We were so set on our boy name. The son that we lost, Shepherd Lewis, we had that name picked out for forever before he was born. We knew that. And then I will actually be sharing the name that, oh, I'm obsessed with it. I'm so sad we will not have another boy to be able to name this, and I'm going to share the name, and that's like honestly really risky in my mind right now. Should I don't know. I love it with all of my heart. It is so cute. But we now, we lost a boy and then this one's a girl. So we've only gotten to actually name one, and we've been so set on boy names. So I did Google and then added some that I thought were just really cute that I'm like, yeah, I'll add that to my list because I like it. But we've been so set on boy names that my boy name list was a lot shorter because we were just so set on the ones that we had. We didn't really have to think about it. But first one is Brooks. I think that's cute. I'm not sure how I feel with an S ending in the first name, because that is just like a little bit hard to say depending on your last name as well. Having Brooks, not Brooke, but Brooks, Brooks, not like the girl version of how it's spelled. And so I do think that that's like, depending on your last name, might not sound awesome. But Brooks, I think, is so cute. Next one's kind of similar vibe, Rhodes. Again, Rhodes, Brooks. Like, I don't know how I feel about like a first name being plural in that sense, but I do think Brooks and Rhodes are both really cute boy names. Third one is Wilder. I think that's like becoming a little bit more common for unique names. You know, the people who are finding the names that it's like, this name is not common, but it's becoming common for a unique name. You know, that's like a thing. And I think that's maybe this name, but in general, I do think Rhodes, Brooks, Wilder, they're all a little bit more common, becoming a little bit more common, but I do think they're all really cute. The next one is Easton. I have had this on my list since I was a teenager, and I worked at a daycare with an Easton, and he was the cutest little boy, and I thought that was such a cute name. And when I shared this with my mom that we liked this name at one point, because we don't share baby name until baby is here. I have my one friend that I kind of just tell because it's fun to be able to share it, but nobody else knows baby name except my husband and I. And I told my mom after we found out this was a girl and that we're done having kids, I was like, we really liked Easton, but you can't, my last name is Westad, you can't have an Easton Westad. And she laughed and she was like, that's actually so cute. And I was like, Mom, no, you can't have Easton Westad. That kid's gonna get made fun of. Then you add like a good north, south, middle name, and then this kid is just hitting the whole compass with their name. Okay, I am done folding my laundry now. My husband just came home from a run, and so I took a little pause, put a little bit of it away. So we're gonna quickly finish up this list. So, Finn. We have some good friends who have the dog name Finn, so now I feel like anytime I see Finn, I just see dog name. But I do think overall it is cute, I just don't think I'd actually use it. Next one's Oliver. It's becoming way too popular, but a couple years ago I was like, why do I kind of love this name? I just kind of love it. So, would never use it because again, I don't like when names are just like becoming too popular. Like, you're not gonna see us using a name on the top 10 baby list. That changes, whatever. I don't love when a name is like, I grew up and in my class, my graduating class, I definitely had a couple kids where it was like, there are 5 Emilys. And I'm like, okay, yes, Emily is pretty, but I instantly am turned off by names that are just too common, and I just am, and so, just me. Okay, next one is Reed. I've shared this before, but I'm obsessed with this name. I was potentially maybe going to be named Reed if I was a boy. So that's a fun fact. But like R-E-I-D. I was gonna be Reed Robert, because my grandpa was Robert. Cute, right? I grew up with a Reed, otherwise I've never heard of anyone else named Reed. I do think it's genuinely like really cute, right? Next one's Atlas. I don't think I'd actually ever use it, but I do think it's cute. I do think it's unique. It's becoming a little bit more popular. I've heard of a few more people named Atlas, but I do think it's fun and unique. And this was one I shared with my mom that I was like, we liked the name Atlas, and she goes, huh, really? Okay. Her nice way of being like, don't like it, but we're not naming a kid it, so. The next two are really close, Carter and Carson. I just, for some reason, would never actually use those because they're too basic for me, but I just really like the way that they look on paper, the way that they sound, Carter, like, I don't know. I think they're just cute. The next one is Blake. That's always a name I liked. I'm not a huge fan of when people take Blake and make it a girl's name, like Blakely. I'm not as much of a fan of that, but Blake is just a solid boy's name. Solid. The next one is Crew, C-R-E-W. Why do I think that's cute? Why did I never have that on my list, but why did I add it today? And now I really like it. Crew. Crew Westad. Crew Westad. They both end in, I don't know how much that would flow, but I think it's cute. And the last one is Bowden. Kind of sounds like a dog's name the more that I look at it. Bodie, Bowden. I think Bodie is definitely dog, but I think Bowden is kind of a cute boy's name. Do you agree? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, the last boy's name. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I'm gonna share this. This is the name that we legit said if the baby I am pregnant with right now was a boy, 100%, no questions asked, this would be the name of this baby. Are you ready for it? Please don't make fun of this. If you hate this name, keep to yourself. because I'm obsessed with the name. And if for some reason the Lord plans for us to have another baby, we have been every other gender for every other baby that we've had, we will probably have a boy. If the Lord is like, nope, you're not done at 3, and gives us a boy, we are using this name. So please do not make fun of this name, okay? This could be my future child. First name, Canon, C-A-N-O-N. Not spelled like the canon, spelled like the biblical canon. Look it up if you want to know what that is. And middle name, Jude. Why is that the best flowing name you have ever heard in your life? Canon Jude. I'm getting passionate because I'm obsessed with this name and I'm sad I can't use it. I'm obsessed that I'm having a girl. I'm obsessed with her name, but Canon Jude is a fire, no pun intended with canon, name. Don't make fun of it. But every other name, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like them? Do you not like them? What names, for those that are also done with having kids or like done with certain genders that they're not having anymore, let me know what names it's like, oh, if I would have had this gender, I would have used this name, because I just love everything baby names. I think it's so fun. So there was my large list of all boy and girl names now that we are done having kids, and this baby has now been confirmed twice that they are in fact a girl. So if I were to somehow have a boy, Canon Jude. So please don't make fun of the name, but it's not a boy, it's a girl. And we are blessed, we are thankful, and literally she could not arrive soon enough. Anyone else out there having so much pregnancy pain right now? Because that's me, but we won't get into it. It's fine. I hope you have a blessed day. Leave all of your comments on all of these names. What are your thoughts? Do you like them? Do you not? What names would you add to the list? And we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.